If this video found you today, I'd like you to think of one person. Maybe you've been wondering, does this person love me? Hold them in your mind and I'm going to shuffle some cards and we're going to see the message that is meant for you today. Okay, we are starting with the Nine of Wands. Immediately, this feels like someone who has been through something. Look at the card. He is standing, but he's wounded. His head is wrapped in bandages. And behind him are 8 wands and they're standing like a fence. So this is a suit of wands and it belongs to the element of fire. Fire is passion, it's attraction, motivation, desire. It's the energy that moves us towards something. So it doesn't feel emotionally cold. It does feel like someone whose passion has been shaped by experience. The 9 is a card of completion. It's a moment just before the end of a cycle. Someone who's almost ready to put their guard down, but not quite. So it makes me wonder, has this person been hurt before? Or maybe they're protecting something that they don't want to lose. And then we get into the Chariot. So whenever a major arcana card appears, I always pay attention because these cards speak about larger life lessons rather than your everyday moments. And the Chariot he's like a warrior. Notice the black and white sphinxes. They pull in opposite directions. One could represent emotion, the other reason. One says go, the other is saying, hey, wait. Yet the charioteer doesn't force either one. He learns to guide both. So now what I'm seeing is somebody who's trying to stay in control of their emotions rather than letting their emotions control them. So this card doesn't tell me that they don't care. It tells me that they're trying to steer carefully. And then we get into another Wands card. So fire is getting louder. 7 of Wands shows somebody defending higher ground. Notice that he isn't chasing anyone. He's protecting his position. This is a very different energy. And then number 7, it's fascinating in tarot. 6s often bring harmony, but 7 asks questions. They ask, what is worth defending? What deserves my energy? What do I truly believe? So now I don't just see somebody who has walls. I see somebody deciding which walls should stay. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. I love this. The Knight of Pentacles, he changes the atmosphere completely. So Pentacles belong to Earth. Earth slows everything down and it asks, can this last? Every knight moves, but this particular knight, he moves differently. He isn't rushing. He isn't charging. He's steady, reliable. If this represents your person, I don't think that there's somebody who falls quickly. There's somebody who builds slowly. Now that's interesting, another 7. So whenever I see repeating numbers, I do stop and pay attention because tarot repeats itself for a reason. The 7 of Cups belongs to water. Water is emotion, intuition. It's your inner world. So look at all the cups floating in the clouds. Each one holds a different possibility. Some beautiful, some deceptive. It feels like someone's sorting through emotions, not because they don't have feelings, but because they're trying to understand what those feelings actually mean. And our final card is the 6 of Swords. And I honestly couldn't ask for a more thoughtful ending. Notice that they're crossing water. They're literally moving from turbulent emotions toward calmer waters. So the swords remain in the boat. The thoughts don't disappear overnight, but movement is happening. This card reminds us that clarity is often a journey rather than a single realization. So then back to our original question, does this person love you? What I see here is somebody whose feelings seem to be growing through thought rather than impulse. The attraction is here. The wands tell me this connection has energy. There is curiosity, desire, and the spark that keeps drawing their attention back to you. But attraction alone isn't what stands out to me. What really catches my attention is the Knight of Pentacles. He isn't interested in chasing excitement for the moment. He wants to know whether something has the potential to last. If these feelings weren't meaningful, I don't think that we would see him showing up here. And then we have the Nine of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Both are cards of protection. So together, they're saying this person's heart isn't unavailable, but it is guarded. There's a difference. And unavailable hearts turn away. A guarded heart stays present but moves carefully because it remembers what happened the last time it trusted too quickly. And the 7 of Cups adds another layer. It tells me that they're sorting through their emotions, their expectations, and maybe even some fears. And sometimes this card appears when somebody's asking themselves, are these feelings real? Could this actually become something? It's less about knowing how they feel and more about making sense of everything they're feeling. And then to get the Six of Swords, which I think is a beautiful place to end the reading, it suggests movement, not rushing, not these, dramatic declarations, but a gradual shift from uncertainty towards clarity. And the water behind them is rough. The water ahead is calm. That tells me the person's emotional landscape isn't staying where it is. So if I were to answer the question as a reader, yes, I believe there are genuine feelings here, but the cards don't describe somebody who falls in love overnight or expresses everything the moment they feel it. The cards describe somebody who processes first, protects what matters to them, and moves when they believe the foundation is solid. So love isn't shown here as fireworks, but it's shown as something being built slowly, carefully, intentionally. And sometimes those are the connections that have the greatest potential to endure. All right, I hope this helps. That's what I have for you today. Until next time, take what resonates and let the rest pass.